Meadowsweet for herbalists, healing properties, herbal preparations, and garden care. Meadowsweet, Filipendula ulmaria, is a classic European and North American herbal ally, cherished for its gentle yet effective actions on pain, inflammation, and digestion. Often called nature's aspirin alternative, it contains natural salicylate compounds that ease discomfort while tending to be kinder on the stomach than many conventional pain relievers. For herbalists, Meadowsweet offers that rare combination of being both a beautiful garden plant and a versatile apothecary staple. Healing properties of Meadowsweet. Meadowsweet is best known for its anti-inflammatory and analgesic actions, thanks to its salicylates, flavonoids, and polyphenol. Herbal traditions use it for headaches, joint pain, arthritis, and general musculoskeletal discomfort, especially where there is heat, swelling, or a sharp quality to the pain. Its mild diuretic and cooling nature also makes it a useful herb in formulas for gout and rheumatic conditions, where removing uric acid and easing inflammation are key goals. The digestive system is another primary sphere of action for Meadowsweet. It helps buffer excess stomach acid, soothe irritated gastric mucosa, and ease symptoms like heartburn, sour stomach, nausea, and mild gastritis. The combination of tannins, salicylates, and aromatic compounds gives it both a protective and slightly astringent effect, making it supportive for loose stools and some inflammatory gut patterns. Meadowsweet also offers broader supportive actions throughout the body. It has antioxidant and antimicrobial properties, contributing to immune support during colds and flus, especially when fever and hot, achy states are present. Some early research points toward potential anti-cancer and cytoprotective effects, though this remains an emerging area that herbalists tend to treat as complementary, not primary care. Traditional and modern herbal uses. In traditional European folk medicine, Meadowsweet was a valued remedy for rheumatic pains, fevers, and bilious or sour stomach conditions. It was one of the original plants studied in the development of aspirin, and the word aspirin itself is linked to an old botanical name for meadowsweet, spirea. Modern herbalists still reach for it when a client needs pain relief but is sensitive to regular aspirin or experiences digestive irritation from conventional NSAIDs. Digestively, meadowsweet often appears in formulas for gastritis, peptic tendency, and acid reflux, especially when paired with demulcent herbs like marshmallow, slippery elm, or licorice to create a soothing, buffering blend. For loose stools or mild gut infections, its astringent and antimicrobial actions can help tone and protect the intestinal lining. Many herbalists also include it in flu teas for hot, restless fevers accompanied by headaches and body aches, where gentle diaphoretic support and pain relief are both desired. Topically, meadowsweet extracts and infused oils can be used in salves, creams, and liniments for sore joints, sprains, and inflamed tissues. Its salicylate content and astringent tannins help calm redness and swelling, making it a candidate for blends targeting acne-prone or irritated skin. In cosmetic formulas, it may appear to support balanced, less inflamed skin while contributing a soft, sweet fragrance. Herbal preparations and uses. One of the most accessible ways to work with meadowsweet is as a tea. A common infusion uses about 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried flowering tops per cup of boiling water, covered and steeped for 10 to 15 minutes to preserve the more volatile constituents. This tea can be sipped for digestive upsets, tension headaches, mild fevers, or as a daily tonic in smaller amounts, often blended with allies like chamomile, linden, rose, or mint. Tinctures are another mainstay in herbal practice. Fresh or carefully dried flowering tops are macerated in alcohol, often 30 to 50%, for several weeks, then pressed out to create a concentrated liquid extract. These tinctures can be dosed in small, frequent amounts throughout the day for joint pain, migraines with an inflammatory component, or chronic digestive irritation, usually as part of a broader formula. For topical use, Meadowsweet can be infused into a carrier oil and then turned into salves, balms, or massage oils. The dried plant is combined with oils like sunflower, olive, or sweet almond and gently warmed or solar infused for several weeks before being strained. This infused oil can be applied directly or blended with beeswax and other herbal oils for joint and muscle salves, as well as included in creams for hot, inflamed skin. Culinary uses can also be part of your herbal practice. Meadowsweet flowers have a sweet, almond-like aroma that lends itself to flavoring syrups, meads, cordials, panna cottas, and custards. Energetics and herbal pairing. From an energetic perspective, Meadowsweet is often described as cooling and slightly drying, with a special affinity for hot, damp, inflamed conditions. It is particularly useful where there is acid or sharpness, such as hyperacidity, burning reflux, or inflamed joints. Because of its drying nature, pairing it with moistening demulcents or aromatic carminatives can create a more balanced formula, especially for constitutions that already tend toward dryness. Common herbal partners include chamomile and lemon balm for digestive and nervous tension, marshmallow and licorice for gastritis and reflux, and willow birch or devil's claw for pain and inflammation. Rose pairs beautifully for both flavor and energetics, bringing a cooling, uplifting note to pain and grief-oriented formulas. In joint and gout formulas, it often sits alongside nettle, celery seed, or dandelion to support elimination of uric acid and metabolic wastes. Growing Meadowsweet in the garden. For herbalists, one of the joys of Meadowsweet is how readily it can be grown in the garden when its moisture needs are met. The plant is hardy across many temperate regions and can grow 2 to 4 feet tall, producing clouds of creamy white, honey-scented flowers that attract pollinators and add a soft wild meadow feel to the landscape. It thrives in full sun to partial shade, in rich, humus-laden soil that remains consistently moist but not stagnant. Meadowsweet prefers slightly acidic to neutral soil, around pH 6 to 7, and does best in spots that mimic its natural habitat: pond edges, swales, rain gardens, and low-lying, moisture-retentive beds. Once established, it forms clumps that can be divided every few years to rejuvenate growth and expand your patch. Regular mulch and steady moisture are the main requirements, making it an excellent choice for herbalists who already have damp, underused corners in their gardens. Propagation, harvest, and drying. Meadowsweet can be grown from seed, division, or sometimes nursery starts. Seeds benefit from cold, moist stratification, either by sowing in autumn outdoors or by chilling sown trays in the refrigerator before germination. Once seedlings are strong enough, they are transplanted into their permanent positions, where they will form long-lived perennials that return each year. For medicine making, the flowering tops are typically harvested in early to mid-bloom on a dry day, when aromatics and salicylates are at a good peak. Harvested material is spread in thin layers or hung loosely in bunches to dry in a well-ventilated, shaded space until crisp, then stored in airtight containers away from light and heat. Properly dried meadowsweet should retain a pleasant, sweet scent and pale color, indicating that many of its key constituents have been preserved. Because meadowsweet contains natural salicylates, similar in principle to aspirin, it is not appropriate for everyone. Children with viral illnesses, pregnant individuals, and people with complex medical conditions should only use meadowsweet under the guidance of a qualified practitioner. As with all herbs, dosage and form should be tailored to the person, constitution, and condition rather than used in a one-size-fits-all way. For herbalists, meadowsweet is a beautiful example of a plant that bridges garden, kitchen, and apothecary, cooling the fires of pain and acid while inviting a deeper relationship with water-loving, meadow-edge medicine. Thanks so much for spending this time together today. If you found this video helpful, let me know your thoughts or questions down in the comments so more herbal conversations can grow from here. If you haven't already, hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future videos, and please share this with a friend who loves herbs and natural healing as much as you do.